Hello kids, welcome back to today's class. So today is the day 8 of the Easter Kids Coding Fest. And today we are going to be talking about simple photo editing basics in Canva. So today is all about editing photos. Alright, so before we get to understand what editing photo is, let's go through the goal for the day. Alright, so the first goal of the day is to understand the basics of photo editing, including cropping, resizing, and filters. Alright, the second goal for the day is to learn how to retouch images to improve their quality. Then the third one is to enhance an image by adjusting the brightness and contrast. And then the fourth one, which is the last, is to use these edited photos to design a birthday flyer. Yes, you heard me right. We are going to design a birthday flyer later. But let me not ruin the surprise, okay? So what is photo editing? All right, what is photo editing all about? So photo editing means making changes to a picture to make it look better, all right, clearer or more fun. Just like you brush your hair to wear your best clothes to look nice in real life, you can also brush up a photo to make it look its best. All right, so let's look at these two photos. So I have this photo, right? This is the original one before, and then this one here is the edited one. So if you look at this photo now, this one is more darker, but then with photo editing, right, in Canva, I was able to make this picture more bright. You understand? So photo editing is all about, enhancing your picture, right, to look more better. You get? So the next one is that we edit photos to remove mistakes, right? Make them clearer or prepare them for creative design like flyers or posters. Sometimes when you're making a birthday design, or some designs that involve you putting a picture, sometimes you need to touch up the photo, all right, before you start designing. That is if you need to, remove some mistakes in the photo, or, adjust the brightness or contrast. If you need to touch up the photo, sometimes you can do this using Canva, all right? The next thing we are going to be looking at is photo editing tools in Canva. So we are going to look at different tools that we can use to edit photos in Canva, all right? So the first tool we have here is cropping. So cropping means cutting out unwanted parts of a photo. It helps focus on the most important part of the picture. So with cropping, right, we remove some unwanted parts in a picture that we don't need or that we don't want, all right? And why is it important? Because it helps to focus on the person, on the thing that you want to see clearly, all right? Let's look at this example right here. So this is a picture that I have right here, okay? But then I just wanted only the girl. I just wanted to get only this image. So I was able to crop this picture into this, right? So you see one of the benefits of cropping, right? So if you look at this, I don't want this particular side. I just wanted only the girl. So I was able to crop this in Canva, all right? And I got this. How to crop in Canva? Let's look at how to crop in Canva, right? So you upload your photo to Canva, then you click on the photo, then you select crop. See the crop tool right here, all right, from the toolbar, and then drag the edges to move the unwanted part, all right? That is how we crop pictures in the Canva. The next tool that we can use for photo editing in Canva is resizing. So what it means, making the picture smaller or bigger. We have been doing this from the one that we started designing pictures, all right? We have been resizing. If you can always hear me say, let us resize this picture. I want it smaller or I want it bigger, all right? So that is basically what resizing is all about. Sometimes you want to design, right, and you get a picture and this picture might be too big for the document size or what you want to use it to do. Then you need to resize it. That is making it smaller, or sometimes it is smaller and you need to resize it to make it big, all right? So photos fit well in your design without stretching or looking squeezed. So with resizing, right, your photo will fit very well without looking stretched or looking squeezed, all right? So I have those two pictures right here. So it was big here, and then here I had to resize it. So I just resized this picture from this to this. All right, so this is what resizing does for you. And if you look at this picture, you can see that it still maintains the the brightness and everything, right? It's not looking squeezed or blurred out. You understand? So now, how do we resize in Canva? So we resize by clicking on the photo, then you use the corner handles to make it bigger or smaller, just from here, not here. Okay, so you just use this circle at the edge. If you move it inwardly like this, then you're making it smaller. If you move it out like this, then you're making it bigger. It's very simple. All right. Another thing we'll be looking at is known as filters. All right. So filters are effects you add to change the style or feel of your photos. That's basically what filters is, right? So filters are just effects that you can just change your photos to, right? To make it look more, to give it style or anyhow you want it to be. And then in Canva, there are different types of filters. We have the cool filters, we have the warm filters, we have the mono filters, different types of filters, right? So why is this filter? Why is it important? Because it makes your photo look cooler, brighter, softer, and more stylish. This is supposed to be after and before, right? So this was how this picture was, and then I added a filter to it. So you see how it is looking. So it's looking more cooler. All right, looking at this image now, is looking more cooler. Sorry, I made a mistake here. This one is supposed to be before, and this one is supposed to be after. All right. So now, examples of filters that we have in Canva. We have the one known as Roto, for an old school look. We have the one known as Bali for warm sunlight. We have the one known as Neon, which turns into black or white. All right. Look at these filters that we just mentioned right here. Look at where we use it here. You see, Bali, Roto, and Neon, black and white. All right. So these are just different filters that you can find in Canva. Okay. And so now, how do we apply this filter in Canva? So you can do this by simply select your photo. Make sure you select your photo, like click on your photo, right? And then you see this edit icon. It will pop out like this. Then you browse the filter option, then anyone you want to choose, then you can just choose it. All right. You can also adjust the intensity right here. You guys are still going to see all those things. All right. I'm just giving you guys, the rundown on it. We are still going to edit a photo. Okay. So now the next tool we are going to look at is adjusting brightness and contrast. Okay. So what is brightness? So brightness makes your picture lighter or darker. You understand? The same thing with contrast. It makes colors stand out more or less. That is just what brightness and contrast does. All right. So if you look at the image that we have right here, you see that we have a dark image right here. But then with brightness and contrast, right, I was able to adjust this image, and you see we have this one is lighter while this is a dark image. But then I was able to add light into this picture. All right. Now, why does this brightness and contrast, why does it matter? So that your picture looks clear and eye-catching, not too dark, not too pale, just like we have right here. Now we are going to look at how to adjust in Canva. That's the next thing. So you can just do that by click on the photo, right? Then you click on the edit photo, then tap adjust. All right. Then you move the brightness and the slider anyhow you want. Okay. So the next one we have flip and rotate. All right. Sometimes a photo might be facing the wrong way. Just like we have this photo now that is facing upside down, and then we have this one now that is, is not balanced very well. Okay. So if you look at it, you see rotate. We're able to rotate this picture so that it will be balanced with our rotate icon. The same thing with the flip. All right. We're able to flip this picture with the flip icon. Okay. So now that we understand how to make our photos look better using Canva, all right, it's time to try it out. Yes, it's time for us to try out the photo editing tools in Canva. So let's move to the fun part, the practical section, where you will edit your own photo and use it to design a birthday flyer. Okay, but then let me just give you guys a rundown through the steps that we are going to follow to edit this photo. So steps to edit photos. So the first step is for us to open our Canva. We already know that we need to create a design, right? That is always our first step, because we start creating a design document, how are we going to edit or design, you get? So we go to Canva and then we click on create a design. Then we choose Instagram post 4x5, not the 1080 by 1080. Okay, so once you have created our design, the second step which we are going to follow is to upload our photo. All right, we are going to upload the photo that we want to edit. So you can just do that by simply clicking on the uploads, right? Upload files, and then see the photo that I want to edit. All right, so now that we have the photo in our canvas, the next thing is to open the photo editor. All right, so you click on the photo like I clicked on mine, then you tap on edit at the top of the screen, and the edit option will now show on the side, just like this, right? So now we can adjust the look of our photo, right? You see, the adjust brightness, contrast, highlights, shadows, different type. We have saturation, you know, different brightness to lighten up the dark photo, contrast to make details pop, and then saturation to add more color. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is that, no, it's not the next, but then in Canva, all right, Canva can auto adjust your photos for you. Do you understand? So if you don't want to come and start, you know, adding your contrast, brightness, and all that, you can just click on this auto adjust and it will adjust your photo for you. Yes, Canva can make that easy for you. Okay, so the next one is that we're going to try a filter or effect. All right, we'll try putting filters and effects. All right, so once we are done, you see the before here and you see the after right here. All right, so you see this is looking more cooler. So now let's open our Canva to edit the photos. I come here to open my Canva. Now I have my Canva homepage right here. Okay, I have my Canva homepage right here. So what next would I want to do? What is the next thing for me to do? So now the next thing that I would want to do is to create a design. Like we all know, you need to create a design. So to do that, all right, we come here and this open menu, we click on it. All right, you see create a design. So we click on the create a design. All right, so now we need to search for Instagram posts. All right, mine, I already have my own here. Why? Because I recently used it. But if you don't have for yours, you can just search for Instagram post. Okay, you see there are so many Instagram document size that are here. All right, so we have two Instagram posts here. We have the one that is 4x5, all right, and we have the one that is square. Right, this is the one I want to use here. The two of them are not the same. This is the particular one that we want to use. Okay, so what do? We click on this one to open. So now that we have clicked on this, okay, now that we have clicked on this, the next thing that we want to do, right, is to upload our picture. That is the next step that we want to do, to upload our picture. So to do that, we come down here to uploads, all right, then we click on upload files. Okay, so make sure you know where you want to get your pictures from. I already know the picture that I want to use, so I want to use this particular picture, you know, the picture that I showed you guys. So I will click on the picture. You see the picture is uploading here. All right, it's uploading here. It's finished uploading. So now I can see my picture right here. So what do I need to do? I just need to click on this and you see my picture have appeared here. So now we have imported our picture. So now I want to resize this picture, right, you know, to try and make it full. Okay, so what do? I hold the edge here. Remember, not here. Okay, so I hold the edge here and then I make it like this. Okay, you see my picture have full my canvas. All right, so now I have this right here. So it's time for us to edit. So to crop, I'm going to show you guys how you can crop. Okay, so you can crop by simply, if you click on this photo, you can see the crop icon here. It's saying crop. All right, so if I click on it like this, you see the crop ratios right here. You see, if I click on this, it's showing me that it will cut off this part and cut off this part. All right. If I click on this, it's showing me that it will cut off this part. And no, you can move this. You see, if I move it here, I only get this. Do you understand? So you can move it anyhow you want it to be. Do you get? So assuming now you want like a portrait, kind of like a square, you can just click this and then move this picture like this, and we'll just get this. Okay, let's say done. See, it have cropped our picture for us. So now we have this. It now looks like, you know, a is giving. I don't even know what is giving. But then let's Control Z this because I don't want to crop my picture. But I'm just showing you guys how to crop your picture. And then again, let's assume that this picture, this is how you rotate. I've showed you guys before. So I'm just basically showing you guys how the photo editing tools work. So you can use this. You know, for the photo that was just like this, you can simply just use the rotate icon that is right here, you know, and make it very well. All right. So once you click on the picture or your elements, all right, you will always see the rotate icon right here. All right. So if you want to flip this picture right here, you just simply need to come here and click on flip. All right. You see flip horizontally and flip vertical. So if we flip horizontally, you see this picture is now facing this side. Do you just see what happened? It was facing this side now. Look at, you see? So if I want my picture to be facing like this, you see? And then if I want to flip vertical, see what happens? You see? It's now upside down, right? So this is how the flip and the rotate tools work, all right? So now let's move on to the third step, which is to open the photo editor panel, all right? So we just click on the photo. Make sure you always click on your photo. Okay, so if you click on the photo, you can see the edit. See, without clicking on your photo, you can't see anything right here. All right, so you click on the photo, you can see edit. So you click on edit, click on adjust to open it up. So you see, now we have white balance, which is temperature, tint. So if we decide to just increase this a bit, there's one thing is it's photo editing that you just need like a small amount of things. You don't need to, you know, take this to this level to 100. No, you don't need that. You just need to just add small numbers and it's doing the job, I can tell you. So we leave our brightness to 11. We add this to 13. Okay. Highlight to 8. Now let's leave shadow. We'll put a little bit of white. All right. Something is happening. I don't know if you guys can see. So let's put vibrance and saturation. So we add a little bit of vibrance like this. Same thing with saturation. Okay. So let's put sharpness so that our picture will look sharp. All right, clarity, just a bit. Let's leave it to 5. All right, so now I've edited this photo. All right, I've edited this photo now. See how my photo is looking. Okay, so now we have this. This was not how our photo was looking before. Okay, let me add another page and show you guys now the difference. So I come to upload. So let me scale this here. Scale this here. Okay. So you see how the picture was looking. See how it is looking now. I see now that there is a difference. It's looking more brighter. If you're looking at the picture now, you can see that it's looking more brighter. There is a huge difference in this picture. Okay. So now I want to show you guys something again, just using this particular picture right here. Let me show you guys something. So we can just simply come to this picture, click on it, all right, come to edit. So if we don't want to go through the stress of, you know, adding our own brightness, contrast and all that. You know, I told you that Canva can actually auto adjust your pictures for you. So if you click on this adjust, all right, click on this auto adjust. I see what happened. Canva have automatically edited our photo for us. So you see, you can still choose to use your hand and edit yours by yourself. Look at the one I edited by myself. Look at the one that Canva edited for me. All right, so auto adjust can do the same thing for you. So let's look at the one that Canva did. He added the brightness, contrast, highlight, shadow, white, black. Okay, so look at the one Canva did. Look at the one that I did right here. All right, so this is for adjusting. So we can decide to put, add filters in our own, because we talked about filters. All right, so you can just click on this image right here, come to edit, make sure you click on your image so that the edit icon can come out. So now let's experiment with filters. Okay, so we come here, we'll click on see all. So if you click on see all, you see we have the one that is natural. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see the changes. All right, but then it's changed. It was like this before, but now once I click on this, see what this filter turns into. The same thing with this one. So and you can adjust the intensity. So if I feel like it is too high, I can just adjust the intensity. Look, you see, if the intensity is full, look at how it looks like. I can still adjust it to look like this. All right, so the same thing for other filters. All right, I told you guys that Canva have warm filters. You see, warm. So these are different warm filters in Canva. All right, and you can also adjust the intensity too. You can always adjust the intensity too. All right, so you see we have the cool filters. So let's just look at it and just see what it does. All right, so we have the vivid. All right, and then soft, vintage, gives you that cool old look. And then we have the mono, classic. These ones are basically black and white. All right, but then I don't want to add any filters, because one thing that you would want to do when you are editing is that you don't really want to do too much. All right, just a little makes a difference. Okay, so now I have this right here now. Okay, so you can also decide to add effects. All right, see what happens. So these effects are basically, this one is for shadow. So you can just glow. You see what happened around it. You can decide to drop the glow at one side. You can decide to put outline, just like the one that I did. Let me do this so you can be seeing it. So you see, it have added an outline for us, a black outline, just like the one I added. All right, so let's go back and check other effects. All right, so this one is for curved, this one is for lift, angled. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys something else. All right, so in Canva you can blur somebody's face out or the background out. All right, if you go to effects, all right, let me increase this so that you guys can see what I'm about to do very well. Okay, so we can decide to blur my face out. How do I achieve that? All right, so if I come add blur, all right, you see my brush right here, so I can decide to add blur over my face. I don't know if you watch news that you might see this a lot. Sometimes when people are talking or they want to show somebody's face, they might just blur the person's face. You might be seeing everything about the person, but then not the person's face. You can achieve this also in Canva. And just using any place I paint will be blurred. All right, if I paint here, you see what is happening also. All right, but then when this is nice, all right, when you mostly use blur in photo editing, right, that's if you don't want to blur the person's face, it's best to, blur the background, all right, so that the image pops out. Okay, if I blur this background, and then here, sorry, you can increase the brush size. You see what is happening? My brush size is increasing, and you can also increase the intensity or decrease it. Okay, so I can decide to, try and blur out my background. I see what is happening. But then if this brush touches me now, you will see that, look now, it also blur me out. All right, so if I want to like blur out my background out, then I can do it. Okay, just slowly do it. So maybe once I'm done and I need to, do this side, I might reduce the brush size so that I make sure that I don't touch myself. All right, so you see, by the time I finish this, okay, that is if I decide to finish it. All right, you will see that the image will only focus on me. Now the focus will only be on me, all right, not the background. So it will make me to, pop out, all right, because the backgrounds are blur. All right, so this is just basically different tools that you can use to, edit your pictures in Canva. Okay, so you just do it like this, but then I don't want to blur out this picture. Okay, but you can just decide to blur out your own picture. All right, so I just want to show you guys how it works. You can decide to blur out the whole image. If I click on whole, it will blur out the whole image. Okay, so that's for blur. So we Control Z that. Okay, let's come back to this blur and remove it. All right, so now we have removed it. Okay, so now that we are done editing our image, we have our image. The next thing that we want to do, all right, is to make a birthday flyer, right, with the edited image that we have. All right, so I will just run you guys down the steps of the birthday flyer that we are going to make. This is the flyer that we're going to make right here. Pretty, right? So now let's go through the steps. So the first step, which we are going to take in making this design, is to add a page, which I've already shown you guys how you achieve that, right? So the first thing for us to do is to add a page. Then once we are done, we set the background to the color that we want. So we want like, a soft pink kind of color, light pink. Remember, you can always choose your own color. Okay, so the next one is to add a frame, the frame which we will insert our picture in. All right, so the next step we want to follow is to upload the edited photo. So the photo which we just edited, we are going to upload it, all right, and then use it for our flyers. So the next step is to place the edited photo into our picture frame. So place the photo in our picture frame, and then we will add a big cupcake, just like you see in the screen right here. We'll add a big cupcake like this. We size it and then place it where we want it to be. So the next one is to duplicate the cupcake, because we want it being two, and then we'll flip it. All right, so it will be facing each other. Then the next one is for us to add horns, right? Birthday horns, or like we call it here, horn festive. So we'll add the horns right here. We'll choose this particular one and add it right here. We are going to rotate it. So you see, you're making use of all the editing tools. All right, so we are going to duplicate it, flip it, all right, and then rotate it again and keep it like this. Just place it very well like you see in the picture. Then the next step is for us to add the balloon. So right, so we get a balloon, a big balloon, and we place it like this. We are going to flip it to the side that we want it to be. So once we are done doing that, we duplicate the balloon. Okay, we duplicate it, flip it again, and then keep it where you want it to be. So once we are done doing that, we will add a hand-drawn birthday confit. All right, this right here, we'll add it here, and then we'll duplicate it into 4. Okay, duplicate it into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and place it like we see in this picture. And then when we are done, we need to add, a text that says happy birthday. So you just add the text. We are going to use Montserrat for the birthday text, all right? And then we add a birthday wish. Okay, I'm going to add a birthday wish. So once we are done, the next step we are going to do is to save our designs. Okay, so once we are done designing, we will save the design, and then we can post it or share it with our loved ones. So now let's go back to our Canva and start the design. Now we have our page right here. All right, we have our page right here. So what we need to do now is to change our background color. Okay, we need to add the background color. So now to do that, we need to click on this canvas right here. All right, and then come to color. You see it's saying background color. So what do? We click on this color. Okay, add the plus sign and change. Let's shift this a little. So okay, remember you always fit to use any color that you want to use. So this is perfect for me. This is the color that I want to make this design with. All right, so once we have this, the next step which we are going to do is to add a picture frame. All right, a frame that we insert our picture on. So what we are going to do is to come here in elements, all right, and then we click on this frame that we see right here, frame, or you search it. If you can't see yours there, just search it. Then we pick on the circle one here. So we click on the circle frame, and you see it's right here. So now what do we need to do? I want to resize this. All right, to resize it, you come to the edge, any edge right here. So you come to the edge here, and then I place it here. Okay, so I make sure that it's in the middle, so I place it right here. All right, so now the next thing I'm going to do now is to upload my picture. So assuming I don't have this picture here, again, that I opened a new canvas, I would come here to upload and then upload the picture in upload files. But since we already have our picture right here, what are we going to do? We just simply click on this picture, right? Come here to duplicate it, and then we bring it down here. So now we have this picture. But let me show you guys what will happen if I just put this picture right here without editing. So if I just put this picture right here, see, I don't want it. I want like only my face side to be showing. Okay, so what do I need to do? I want to crop this picture. I just click on the picture, right? And then you can see crop right here. So you click on this crop. All right, so I want to do a freeform crop. All right, so I've just come to the edge here and crop this picture to here, come to this side, and then crop it to here. Okay, also make it like this, and then like this. So this is how I want this picture to be. All right, so I come here, I click on done, so now I have this. So now I can now insert this. Perfect. This is how I want it to be. Okay, this is how I want it to be. So now that we have inserted our picture frame, right, we have placed it, what is the next step that we are supposed to follow? Now we need to add our cupcake, the giant cupcake. So how can we do that? We click on element again, we'll clear this one that we searched before, and then we search for what? Birthday cake. Okay, press enter. So we'll come to graphics, see all. So now I've gotten the one that I want right here. So what do? I just click on it, to add it. Okay, bring it down a bit, just like this. This is perfect. This is how I want it to be. Okay, So the next thing I'm going to do now is to duplicate this text. So I don't need to come and start getting another one. Okay, so I just click on this. So just click duplicate, all right, and then we place it like this. But then if you look at this, this was not how it was in the picture, all right, and the ones I showed you. So we need to flip this. Okay, so we come to flip right here, click on flip, and then we'll flip horizontally. So you see now we have gotten what we want. So we place this again the way it needs to be. So now we have this, all right, we have this. So the next thing we are going to do, okay, the next thing we are going to do is to add the horns, you know, the festive horns. So we go back to elements, click on elements, clear this particular one right here. So we clear it and we search for horn festive, horn festive. Okay, so just enter. All right, so we come to graphics. You can see different ones already. So let's open this to see everything that we have. Yeah. So this is the one that I want to use, this particular one right here. So I just click on it, all right, and then I have this, all right. But then, you know, I need to flip this because I want it facing this side, not this side. So I click on flip to flip it horizontally. So now I have this, and then I will resize this a bit because it's too big. So I'll place it like this. Okay, this is okay. All right, this is okay for me. Or let me resize it again. So now I have this particular one right here. So now I've gotten my home festive, but this is not the color I want it to be. So in Canva, as I've always told you guys, that in Canva you can always edit anything you get from elements. Okay, you can always edit the color how you want it. If you see now, if you click on this cupcake, right, see the different colors that are in this cupcake. We can edit them how we want. So now if you click on this horn festive, these are the colors. Okay, so I want to change the color, especially this particular color right here. Right, so if I click on this now, so I come now and then I click this. No, this is not the color that I want. So which color do I want? I think I want this. Okay, so I think I want this particular color. So what do? I've changed this. So which color again do I want to change? I want to change the blue colors. All right, then I click on this, I change it to purple, click on this also, and then I change it to purple. Okay, so now I have this. I have this particular one. Well, wait, let me make this one lighter a bit. Perfect. Or no, darker. So now I have this color now. So what do I need to do? I just need to duplicate this one, right? No need to getting another one from elements and then changing the colors. Okay, so we just click on it, duplicate it from here. Okay, so come here, place it. You see it's not facing like the one, so we just flip it. Come to flip horizontally like this, and then we'll have this. So we place it to be, you know, the same place like this one. So now we have this. Okay, we have this. So now what is the next step that we need to take? We need to add the balloons that was showing right here. So now we go back to elements. All right, so you guys now see that elements plays a very big role in Canva. All right, so we clear this particular one, then we search for bold birthday balloons. Bold birthday balloons. All right, so I'm going to open this up so I can see what I have. So I just open it up like this. I've already seen the one that I want. I want to use this one. Okay, so I click on this to add it. All right, so I place this here. But then if you look at this, all right, if you look at this, then you'll be able to see that this it's not facing how I want it to be. So we need to flip it again. So we flip it like this, then we move it here to be like this. So now we have this. So we're going to do this the same thing we did for this here. So just click on this and then we duplicate it here. So we duplicate. So we flip this one again. So we flip it horizontally, just like this. So now we have this. All right, so now we have this. All right, but then I feel like this is too much. So what do I need to do? I just need to scale it down a bit. So I'll delete this one because I want them to be the same size. So I'll just click on it again. No, sorry, I need to duplicate first. So I will duplicate before flipping. Then I'll flip. Okay, so now this is okay. So this is okay. So now that I've added the balloons, all right, and I've duplicated them, the next thing I want to do is to add the hand-drawn birthday confetti. So we'll come back to elements, clear this particular one, and then we'll search hand-drawn birthday confetti. So we are going to, open this so we can see the one. Remember, you are free to always choose the one that you want. So this is the one that I want right here. So what do I need to do? I just need to click on it. Okay, I just need to click on it, and then I need to resize it to how I want it to be. I need to resize it. So I'll just resize this a bit like this, and then I'll place it here. So it's still too big for me. So I'll resize it again, and then I'll place it here. I see that there is no space, so I need to shift this two down a bit. All right, I just shift it down a bit, and then I'll put this here. All right, like this. So now I'll duplicate this one again. So I'll just click here to duplicate it, and then place it right here. Good. So the next thing I'm going to do now that I've done this, okay, the next thing I want to do is to duplicate this. Okay, I want to duplicate this. So, sorry, flip it. So I just flip. Okay, I think this is still too small. So I click on this, hold down my shift key, click on this so I can scale them at the same time. Right? Because, I always talk about everything being the same size. Okay, so why don't we reduce these two? I feel like they are too big. Yeah, so now we have this. So bring this one inside a bit. Same thing with this one. So now we have this particular one. Let's reduce this one also. Good. Everything is coming together. See? So always just know to place your elements how you want them to be. So I want to keep this confetti right here. So I'll just click on it, duplicate it, okay? Bring it down, reduce it because I want this one to be smaller. So I'll just reduce it a bit like this. So yeah, this is how I want it. Okay, so I'll just duplicate this particular one and then place it here. So now I have this. All right, I have this. So our birthday flyer is gradually coming to place. So the next thing we're going to do is to add our text. All right, we need to add our text. So we come to text here. Click on it, add a text box. All right, so don't click on anything, just type what you want to type. So when we want to write happy birthday. So I want this to be all capital letter. Press enter, so it comes down, birthday. Okay, so now we have this. Well, you know, we need to scale it and put the font size that we want. Okay, so we come here, then we make this. I want my font size, all right, to be 45. So I can just put in 45 here. All right, so this is okay. But I feel like this is too small. So then why don't we increase it? You know, as you design, then you know what you want. So now we just leave it at 60. Sorry, at 66. So 66 is okay. So we just have this. So now I want us to change the color and then the font. Okay, so we'll click on this. Come to font. I want the font to be Montserrat, all right? We'll write See, it's already here. I'm not even finished typing. Click on it. All right, so now we have this. So next thing again I want us to do is to, you know, change the color, the text color. I don't want it to be black. All right, so I'll come, click on the text color right here. So I think I should just use this brown color that is here. So I just click on the brown color, and then I have this here. So now I have the happy birthday. So the next thing we need to do is to add, you know, the birthday wishes that we saw. So since we're just going to use the same font, all right, there's no need for us to come and start getting another font. So what do? I'll just duplicate it, bring it down, and then I type the wish I want. So you can just type your own wish I want to wish the person. So mine, wishing you a day filled with joy and a year filled with happiness. All right, then I'll press enter and I'll say enjoy your special day. Okay, let me make the E to be in capital letter. So now I have this, but you know, we need to reduce the font size for this. So we come here and then we reduce this. Okay, so we reduce it. So make this like this, and then we place it right here in the middle. So now we have this. So let's change the color for this particular one. You can leave yours if you like it. Well, I'll change the color of mine. So I'll click on it, come to font color, make it black. For me, I'll change it to black. We have successfully made a birthday flyer with our edited picture. Okay, so look at what we just made now. Look at this. So we just made this now with our edited picture right here. We just made a birthday flyer. So you see, you can design a birthday flyer for any of your family member or friends. So now that we are done, we'll come to share because we need to save our work, post it. So we come to share, click on share. All right. Then you will see download right here. So you click on download. All right. Then download the file. So you just download it. You see, it's already downloading for us. We just downloaded our birthday flyer. Okay, we have downloaded it. So So you see, happy birthday flyer downloaded. You can see the birthday flyer that we made right here. So now, mini project, the project that you're going to make for me. You're going to make your own birthday flyer. Yes. So now you have practiced using editing photos and then designing a flyer. It is time to create your very own birthday flyer. I want you to also create another one where you use your own edited picture, design a special day flyer, just like we did, but just be creative, all right? Choose your own elements, different balloons, choose your own color, your own font, stickers, just make it fun and make it you. All right, that will be the end for today's class. I love you guys. See you in our next class. Bye.